we're going. And I'm here with Johanna. Like, what's your full name? Because it's really cool.
Johanna Medranda is the name.
That's pretty awesome.
You said your name was Pary.
It's just Pary.
And then I said it's like Prince.
And then we became best friends.
Yes.
And that's how the story goes. Alright, you do stand-up, right?
Yes, I do.
And I've heard you're amazing at it.
That is very flattering. Who the fuck are you talking to? No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
No, yes, I do stand-up.
How'd you get into it?
I said do-do.
You do the stand-up. I did get that. I was trying to just flash over it, but now they all know.
We all know. Where do I do it? I do it everywhere. All over Michigan, mostly Metro Detroit. There's a couple of open mics that I really love. Everyone please pay attention. There's Prankus with Mark Dangus. That's every Monday at LJ's in Porktown. Have you ever been there?
I have been there, yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you? Where do you do stand-up?
I do stand-up, so I have been there a few times.
Okay.
And then I go to, like right now I'm making a transition of going to more like comedy clubs and doing guest spots.
Nice.
So I've done like, I go to Ridley's as much as I can, Ridley's Comedy Club, and then I go to one night stands.
Nice.
And I went to, it begins with a K. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like something bar.
Okay.
Cavern or Cruins, whatever that is.
Are you talking about Cafe Cafe? Or are you talking about an actual?
I have been there, because Sam runs that one.
Yeah.
So I have, like, hi Sam. So
we love you.
Like, we do love you. So I've been to Sam's, and then I've been to, but those are the ones that I usually go to. Like,
okay.
And then after that, like, just wherever MCN posts, like,
cool.
I don't really have like regular spots I go to. I usually just like, because I have like a comedy mentor of mine, and like his is Mike Jeter.
I love Mike Jeter.
Oh, you do?
So nice.
Oh,
I don't know him very well, but he blows me away anytime I see him live, and then he's always very friendly with me. Like, we've never, sat down and had like a heart to heart or anything, but in passing, he's just so sweet.
Mike is
big
awesome.
Fan of his.
So he's the person I usually go to and be like, where's like awesome rooms? And then he'll just like, here's like he's the one who told me about Sam's place.
Okay.
So nice. Like, wherever he tells me to go, and that's just where I go.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Mike. Very nice guy.
And Mike's he's been on the podcast once or twice.
Cool.
So he does watch these. We love you, Mike. And Sam.
Yeah, we're gonna probably do a lot of name dropping.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, Bart's Room, Prankus is always a lot of fun. There's always Trixie's. Every Tuesday they do an open mic. Have you ever been there?
I've not, but I have been like told to go there by a few people.
Get there like at 9 or like definitely before 9:30.
In Hamtramck?
In Hamtramck,
then, yeah. That's the one I've been told to go.
Yeah. Go to it. It's a lot of fun. Ken does an amazing job hosting it, and he always, like, if it's your first time there, he'll like make everybody like applaud really loud and like.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Some nights it's just us comics dicking around, and then other nights there's a crowd, which is always a lot of fun, of course. But
having a crowd does help.
Yeah, those are definitely, I would say, like my home mics, and I've just become like, I don't know, I just love everybody. You see them on a weekly basis.
Just love everybody.
It's literally just everyone that I have to freaking see at these mics all the time. They become like your family.
Yeah, because like we all just like rotate around like the same areas. So yeah, you're just like, hey, so like, are you going after this? And they're like, yeah, okay, I'll see you in 10 minutes. And
like it honestly feels like a second job or a third job if you're me, but yeah, because you're just all right. See you tomorrow,
And you will,
like,
yeah.
Or see you next shift. See you at the next mic. But yeah, there's that, and there's a Punchline in Southfield that is
I forgot about
Melanie Heard.
Yeah, Heather.
And Heather J. Yeah.
That one's really fun. I've had some like really interesting experiences there, but I like that bar.
Absolutely. I've only done it once actually, so I can't
I should have mentioned that one. I go to that one like a lot.
Yeah.
So that's
cool.
Yeah, like I have a lot of fun over there.
Nice. Yeah, I always mean to get back out there, but it's tough. I work nights, so I can't always make it. But so there's that one, and then Friday, Jason Spitbergen, he runs Cabbage Patch. Yeah. So those are my open mics. But yeah, I've been traveling a lot for mics too. So doing a lot of like Grand Rapids. I've done East Lansing at Crunchies.
That's where I started.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
With Louis, right?
Yeah,
Louis, Zach. Yeah, that's where I started.
Louis, Zach, we love you.
Louis also been here, so I love you. Louis, Zach.
Great guy. So yeah, I've done Crunchies and I'm doing Max on Monday, which I'm really excited about. I've tried to get on their list a couple times, and I'm stoked that it's finally happening because I hear it's a really fun room.
Yeah.
So yeah, mostly just micing it up, just an open micer, having a great time.
That's a good way. She has a really good way of like wording things. Like, for me, I would just say, yeah, I do this, but you actually have a whole, like, you just make it sound so much cooler. So, thank you for that. That's really awesome.
So much cooler.
It does.
Yeah, I try.
Have you ever had, like, any bad experiences with comedians? As in, like, they're, like, preventing you from, like, doing anything. Not, like, heckling, but it's, like, they would, like, hide shows from you or stuff like that.
I haven't had any negative experiences like that. No, I wouldn't say, no. At first, there was, like, a little bit of kind of, I wouldn't even want to say, like, attitude. No one's ever given me attitude. No one's ever given me a hard time. But I did sense, like, this feeling of, like, who is this bitch? And where did she come from? And, she thinks she's funny, you know, but, like, okay, so I'll back up real quick. I started running my own shows kind of for that purpose, like, because nobody knew who I was, and I was nobody to the scene. I was going to comedy shows alone a lot, especially at, like, Trixie's and Chahal when they would put on showcases and stuff. So I would go and I would enjoy these shows, and I would know that they were, like, local comedians, and then I was told by a friend to do a set at a variety show that was for all women. She was like, it's a safe space. It's going to be a tangent. Just go and try 7 minutes and see how you like it. And
was that person Ashley, by any chance? Stillman?
No, her name's Pary.
Okay, I don't know Brie, because Ashley's done a few of those shows where it's like all female comics. Like, she went on Valentine's Day at Crunchies.
Nice.
And it was like, I couldn't go to it because I wasn't, like, in the States at that time. But, like, I've heard really good things about it.
Nice. I have not met her yet. I would love to meet her though.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. But yeah, so Brie made me do 7 minutes, and I did it, and it was very nerve-wracking, but I fell in love with it. And so then after that, I was like, well, okay, how do I kind of get my foot in the door? And so my friend Kate Miller started Honorary Mentions Comedy with me. She's like, well, when I lived in LA, a lot of my comic friends would just create their own rooms in order to meet people and, like, you know, kind of offer stage time to other comics and, you know, give yourself stage time and all these things. And I was like, that's genius. So we started putting on shows out of my basement, and then we got a gig with Soho in Ferndale, and thank God my good friend Beth basically started off.
Thank you, Beth.
Yes, thank you, Beth. With our first real actual gig. It was a disaster. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
There just, like, it was so fantastic and great of Soho to have us. Not saying that we were not thankful, but it was just such a loud crowd and bar, and it was just, like, it's such a bar scene that when everyone was trying to, like, say their sets, they just weren't being listened to.
I've had that happen before.
Right, and we had zero experience on running shows, so we didn't know to be like, pay attention, you know, so. But that was basically me being like, hey, I'm here, and I'm here to play, and I'm here to provide, and I'm here to make friends, and try this thing out. And it's
How long have you been doing
come a long way. My first time ever going up on stage was December of last year, so it's just been a year.
Okay, yeah, for me it's been, like, it'll be 2 years for me this July.
Nice.
Because, like, I started in this summer, or something like that.
Okay.
I just, like, because, like, I've been doing it off and on for a while, but, like, in the past, like, couple of months, like, ever since, like, I graduated college, so when I just graduated, now I'm doing it, like, consistently, and I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere with it.
Nice.
And that's really fun.
Hell yeah.
I haven't had horrible experiences yet, but I've had, like, I got heckled by someone, and it happened really recently, and I didn't expect it, because I was heckled by an Indian woman for me being culturally insensitive. And I was like, it's my culture.
Right.
Like, what?
Right.
And I couldn't tell that she was, like, an Indian in the crowd, because when you're on stage, you don't see the whole crowd. What you see is, like, the first, like, row or two, and then just, like, it's just black. For, like, the rest, like, you can't see anyone's shadows moving.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't see her, but, like, I saw, like, the shape of her body, and, like, I heard her voice.
Okay.
And then that's when she's like, you're being culturally insensitive, you have to stop, that's not funny, and you need to, like, leave the stage.
Right.
And then I was just like, what the hell? So, and it wasn't until after the show that I was like, oh, wow, it was an indie woman telling me about this stuff, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
So that was weird, because I never had, like, a heckler do that to me.
Right.
When it was someone who was like, wait, I'm making fun of, like, I don't know.
How did you handle it? Did you address her or just
I did. I feel bad about it because I shouldn't have like just roasted her.
Go on.
I didn't want to. That's the thing. Like I don't enjoy like roasting people in the audiences or like making like because I've made someone cry before.
Okay.
Not on purpose.
I was turn.
Yeah. Like it wasn't. It was like I didn't just like insult her. It was like so
right.
for this woman like I didn't make. This is what happened. So she was doing this, and then like she started like I said, I could see the shape of her, and then like it went quiet in the room after she was like, you know, you're being culturally insensitive, whatever. Yeah. And I was like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time we address the elephant in the room. Ma'am, you need to shut up.
Oh man.
And that like everyone just lit up laughing, and my friends who were in the audience, they were like, bro, she was starting to get like teary-eyed. And then I was like, I did not mean to do that.
Right.
I just wanted you to stop, because it wasn't just me. She was interrupting like people before me as well.
Okay.
So I was like, I just wanted her to stop interrupting people's performances.
Right.
And then after the show, this is where I get like the best advice about my comedy is from really old white guys. This is where I get, because like they have no filter and it's hilarious. I was like,
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm not offended at all.
Right.
So just go for it. And like this time I had someone come up to me and they were like, you called her an elephant because she was Indian. And that's why I found out she was Indian.
Ah.
And I was like, wait, what? No.
Right.
No.
Right.
I was like, I called her that because like she was fat. And I was trying to make fun of her like right there. I was like, that was the first thing that came to my mind was like, go for her looks. Because I was like, I didn't know who she was.
I like how you're like, because she was fat. Like you say it under your
because she was
breath.
like fat as fuck.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I feel bad making fun of people who I don't know. Like if I know you really well and I'll roast you no problem because I love you. But if it's someone I don't know, I'm like, I feel bad for doing that to you. Unless you're asking for it, in which case it's like, okay, well then.
She was.
I don't want to believe she was.
She may not.
She wasn't.
She just should have kept her mouth shut. You know,
well, if you're
like how do you expect somebody with you're talking to somebody with a microphone? Like if they're going to respond to you, it's going to be into a microphone in front of everybody in the room.
Well,
so it's like choose your battles.
It was just why would you go to a comedy club if you're going to be offended by what this person has to say?
That's the question of the century.
I know,
like that is the question of the craft. Like
because you don't go up to like a musician after a concert and be like, you don't play that song.
Right.
They'll be like, get the fuck away. It's like, so why would you go up to a comedian and say, don't tell that joke?
Yeah.
It makes no sense, but that's I'm sorry if you're watching this. Like, I apologize. I did not want to do that to you. I felt bad, but she just wouldn't shut up.
Called her fat, bro. You think she's watching your YouTube channel?
I don't know, but we'll see.
On you.
I doubt it.
Well, you never know.
But I never know.
So we're inside of Narnia.
Sorry. Yeah, where we are right now, like, how we organized this thing was, I was messaging her throughout, and I was like, okay, so let's go to this coffee shop, and she's like, sure. And I was like, okay, it closed down because there's like a water pipe that burst, something. And then I was like, I found another coffee place, and you're like, cool. And I was like, okay, this place is closing too, so we gotta find somewhere else. And then you're like, fine. Finally found this place, which is just.
There's no coffee here.
It's supposed to be a bar.
Really?
Yeah, like in the front, it has like cocktails, beer, beverages.
Cool.
Pencil. That's all I have. But that's it.
That's a pen. Is it a pencil?
It's a pencil.
Oh, you got fancy pencils. This guy's got fancy pencils. All right. What else?
What else? I'm so stuck on that poor woman. What is the biggest hurdle you face in comedy right now? Is it hard being like a woman in comedy trying to get on shows? People give you shit for it?
What do you think?
I would think yes.
No, I think that yes, it is. It's mostly like being taken seriously is what's the hardest part.
Okay.
And like I said, I haven't like experienced anything too traumatic or anything. Anyone being like, you know, heckling's a different thing, but I'm just saying like inside the scene of comedy, it hasn't been anyone's like, oh, I don't like that girl, or I haven't had anybody be like, don't book her. Like, no actual issues. Yeah, it happens. It's a very true thing. Yeah,
that's why I was gonna ask, because like it's so dirty. Like what'll happen is like this person will go on stage and like they'll get booked because they were a girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, shit, guys. Are you serious? Yeah. Because like my little sister like wanted to start doing stand-up as well.
Okay.
But she doesn't know how to start, and she was actually one of the few people who was like, because like she was a girl, they wouldn't let her on certain places, and I was like, then you don't want to go there anyway.
Absolutely.
Like if that's what you're told, you don't want to go. Don't try to fight to get in there.
Right.
Just let that shit go. There's too many open mics.
Exactly. But in my personal experience, the day I felt like I had one awesome experience when I showed up and I was booked on a show. I was actually supposed to be on their panel, like discussing articles and kind of coming up with like little jokes here and there to discuss in a group in front of a crowd. They ended up canceling the panel for that evening, and they wanted me to do 5 minutes. And it was my first time like performing in 5 minutes outside of an open mic. So I was very nervous, but it ended up going well, and the other comics in the room were like, holy shit, this girl's actually taking the time to write jokes.
That's good.
And is actually working on a set, so maybe we should start taking her seriously. So at the end of the day, it's like, in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or whatever. Like, if you show up and you're there to play and you're working on, like, you know, getting booked or like promoting yourself, I guess, and just like working on your material and you're nice to people, then I think that goes a long way. I don't, you know.
No, I agree. I think like Melanie from the Punchline, she's one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Absolutely.
Like, she's funny on and off stage.
For sure.
Like, she just keeps you laughing the whole time. So Melanie, we love you too.
Yes.
We're just shouting out names.
17th name drop of the 20
Good call, by the way. Yeah, just a bunch of name drops this time.
Yes. But yeah, it's been fun. Honor Mentions has been really cool.
Where is that?
So I'm running. So I started Honor Mentions because of the reasons why I told you before.
Mm-hmm.
But it's turned into like this kind of like comedy production company. And I have like other local comedians who help me run my shows now too, because I found out that I can't do it alone, folks. It's a lot of work. But yeah, so I started, the whole reason why I wanted it to just be in one area to live on its own was because the goal was to run more than one show. Okay. So, for an example, I'm running a show at a Sneakers pub now in Ferndale.
A Sneakers?
Sneakers pub is the name of the place.
Oh,
so
okay. That sounds like a sneaker store.
No.
Okay.
No, that'd be kind of fun though.
Right. That makes more sense. Okay.
So yeah, running a show there monthly, and then I run a show at Trixie's monthly now. So since I have the two going, it's for me more convenient to just run everything under one Facebook page, one Instagram, one, you know, once I get a website going, like one website, as opposed to like, oh, Sneakers Pub has a Facebook page, and now Trixie's Comedy Night has a Facebook page, and then now I'm like running all these, like juggling all of these accounts, you know, because I see other comedians do that, and that's great if they can stay organized, but for me, I'm very like ADHD with a little like hint of OCD. I'm just all over the place. So I like to just keep it at one little entity.
Is it harder to write jokes and get on stage, or is it harder to like organize a show and get that started? I've never done like I'm the guy who gets on stage and does my thing, and then like, and that's it. Like, my whole thing is beginning, middle, end, done. Right. Like, if you're running a show, you have to like how much more work is there?
It's not so much that it's like a ton of work. It's more of like the things that kind of hinder the process, I guess, would be people dropping last minute, or everyone kind of bombarding you for time when you already have something booked, and it's kind of like tough to say no to certain people, or yes, or like, how am I going to fit you in? Like,
just reject them. Just be like,
well,
no,
yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem rejecting people, but for an example, I did have the other day, I ran Sneakers, and
ran Sneakers?
Yeah.
I like what you did there.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, okay. I was like, clever.
No, I was running the Sneakers show, and 3 very talented, well-respected, in my opinion, comics had asked me for some time, and I was not going to tell them no, because A, yes, of course, I want them on my show, and B, I respect them as humans and as comics, and I like, I have time for you. So
respecting humans does help in this whole comedy game.
By the way, just in life in general, be nice, call your moms, you know, shake hands. This guy's got a firm handshake.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I'm all over the place with this conversation, but that's what I'm kind of getting at.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? Like, they said, like, we want to be on the show, and you're like, yes.
Yeah, that's like, I guess what I'm saying is like...
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you had to kick 3 people off to get them on.
No.
Sounds like that would be me.
No, I was just like, screw it.
That would be horrible.
I also was hosting the show, so I was like, I'm just going to present everybody super quickly, get the show keep the show rolling, and I'm not going to say no to these guys because I love them and they do a great job. So, and you know who you are, guys.
What would you do if like you had someone who was like really like a headliner? Who was like, hey, can I get on your show? But you already had it like overbooked. These are the tough decisions, people, that you gotta make. So you just like tell someone like, hey, you should come by next time.
I would never give anybody the boot. Like I would never like shorten anyone's time or anything like that.
She's a nice person.
But I would probably just add them on. I'd be like, it's a treat, you know. Like I wouldn't have them do a half hour. But I would have them do some time, and then I would take off my intro. I wouldn't do I would take away time from me as opposed to any other comedians. If that answers the question.
That does answer the. I was really hoping you'd be like it's like, yeah, I would like scheme a way to like get this person to go away and then have this person get in, because I've seen that happen before. And
yeah,
I've heard like.
It's not unheard of.
I've heard like I'm not gonna make it public, but like I've asked people like how they go about doing that. There's some clever ways.
Yeah.
People have like.
There's always clever ways for sure.
Because instead of just straight up rejecting someone, they're like, hey, but you should host next time. Yeah. And then they're like, and so that's how you know if someone's like, hey, we don't want you here because we got somebody come through.
Right.
You know what? That's actually our time.
It's our time.
Yep.
Well.
Thank you for coming out.
There's that handshake.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Narnia.
Stay golden. Thank you, Narnia.
Bye.